Hey guys, my name's Mikayla and welcome to another video. Did you know that in America, there are approximately 13 motor vehicle crashes every single minute? That means that every 60 seconds, there are 13 people who are going to be faced with a multitude of decisions. And depending on how they make those decisions, they could be drastically increasing or decreasing their odds of being properly financially compensated. In case you're new here, I am a personal injury attorney and I spend a lot of every single day helping people who are in motor vehicle accidents obtain the best financial recovery possible. And regardless of who you are, where you are, how old you are, what car you drive, what state you're in, there are 5 things that every single person should do if they're involved in a motor vehicle accident. There are also a multitude of things you shouldn't do if you're involved in a car crash, which I see people do every single day, but that's gonna have to be another video. So again, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post new videos. And with that, let's get into the video. First things first, call 911. I have seen too many times people say, oh, well, it was just a little fender bender, so I didn't want to get the police involved. The person who hit me gave me their insurance information, they gave me their phone number, yada, 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 and then you never hear from that person again. People give out fake phone numbers. People give out fake insurance information. And surely if somebody has an opportunity to hit somebody and then get off scotch-free, they're probably gonna take it. Even if your injuries or the property damage to your vehicle appears to be minor, you always, always, always want official documentation of the accident. An important thing that documentation will likely do is list who is the at-fault driver. And that will make it a lot more difficult for that driver to provide an alternate version of how things happened on a later date. If you don't have the opportunity to involve the authorities, for example, let's say somebody hits you and then immediately starts driving away, a hit and run, always attempt to safely obtain their license plate. I will never forget in February of 2019 when a guy caused a motor vehicle crash with me and immediately started driving away. When I tell you guys, contact happened and he darted away in his car and then at the very last second ended up pulling into a parking lot. It was very strange. I don't know if he changed his mind at the last second. I don't know if he was hurt. I honestly don't know the reason he didn't continue hit and running. But when I tell you, when we collided, I immediately started memorizing that license plate as soon as he started driving away. Just trust me now and thank me later. Number 2, seek medical attention. Oh, well, I'm not that injured. My back's not hurting. I'm pretty healthy. I'm not really in any pain, so I don't really need to go to the doctor. Wrong. Chances are you're not a paramedic, you're not a nurse, and you're not a doctor. So no offense, but you probably do not have the authority to determine whether you're injured, nor the extent of those injuries. Unless of course you are one of those people I just mentioned, but you probably should still seek a professional other than yourself. If you feel your injuries need immediate attention, definitely seek out an ambulance or get to the nearest medical facility as quickly as possible. A lot of the time when you get into a crash, your body's in shock, or sometimes even pain is just delayed. You may not feel pain at the scene of the crash or even within hours following the incident, but that does not mean you're not injured. As time goes on, you may start to feel some pain and some soreness, and that needs to be documented. So it's crucial to be examined by a doctor within 24 to 48 hours after a motor vehicle crash, but certainly no more than 2 weeks. Any longer than that and your right to financial compensation is going to most certainly be affected. Not in a good way. And when you get checked out, be sure to inform the medical provider of anything you are feeling, big or small, and be sure to continue treating until you are 100% better. Number 3, and something a lot of people don't think to do, obtain witness information. If you can safely do so after a motor vehicle accident, look around and see if you can find anyone who saw the accident happen. You want to speak to those people, you want to obtain their full name and their phone number. If they're willing to give you their address, that's just a bonus, but I know a lot of people would find that a little strange, so you at least need some way to contact them, and a phone number is pretty solid usually. The reason for this is if the accident ever results in an insurance claim or a lawsuit, you have eyewitnesses who were at the scene, who saw what happened and can tell the story exactly like it is. And it's a bonus if you can convince those witnesses to stay on the scene until law enforcement gets there so that they can provide an official witness statement. That rarely happens because, again, a lot of people don't know about it, but as an attorney, if I get a case in and there are witness statements documented by the police at the scene, It's just beautiful. It's like getting a present on Christmas. Number 4, take photos and videos of the crash site. You should document as many things as possible. So we've covered the license plate, making sure you get the other driver's license plate if they try to flee. We've covered witness statements, but we need visuals. Take pictures and videos of everything. Most obviously, you wanna get pictures of your vehicle and any other vehicles that were involved in the crash, and you wanna get them from different angles. You also wanna get photos and videos of the road, the accident scene where this all happened. What that will show is the weather conditions at the time of the crash. It'll also show the state of the premises, whether there was any debris in the road, whether the road conditions were terrible, and things like that. And anything else you can think of, trust me, no photo or video is too much, and any attorney that may get involved in your case later on will gravely appreciate it. And finally, number 5, call an auto accident attorney. Insurance companies are not your friend, especially the insurance companies of the at-fault drivers. I know you believe in your heart that you can negotiate this on your own, and you probably can, but for whatever reason, having the presence of an attorney to speak on your behalf alone often results in a better recovery. Going back to my accident in 2019, the best offer I as an individual got from the insurance company was 10%, less than 10% of the actual value of the policy. And I was in law school, and I told them that. But I hired on an attorney, they did their thing, and all of a sudden I was able to obtain the full policy limits. The goal of an insurance company is not to compensate you for your loss. Their primary objective is to pay you as little as possible and get out with as little as possible lost. Insurance adjusters are skilled in negotiating you down to the lowest possible value for your case. And that's if they just don't deny your claim outright. And they try really hard to settle your case with you before you even have an opportunity to speak with an accident attorney. Statistically speaking, when you hire a personal injury attorney to represent you in your case, your settlement is often 4 times higher than what you were able to negotiate yourself. And this is because personal injury attorneys are trained in the language and the tactics that claims adjusters use when negotiating your settlement. The important thing to note is if you're involved in a motor vehicle crash, you do not have to go through the trouble of dealing with the aftermath of that alone. As a reminder, and if you didn't know, personal injury attorneys work on a contingency fee basis. That means you do not pay us. We work for you for free, and we only make money if you make money. And for that reason, consultations are typically free as well. So while I hope none of you watching this video are ever involved in a motor vehicle accident, I hope that by watching this video, you were able to take some things away to utilize to your advantage if you ever are. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on a lighter note, if you have not seen my last video, I've been playing the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney video game series, and I've been loving it. I'm on the 2nd trial, so definitely check out my playlist and catch up on those videos if you're in the mood for a good laugh, and I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye, and go thrive.